Hello everyone, my name is Kritika Mathur and I'm an astrologer, numerologist, Vastu consultant and a life coach. Today's video is very special because I posted some questions on my Instagram page, you can see here, and I wanted you guys to give me some questions that I can cover up in my video. And you've shared some questions and you want to know what I feel about these things. So I got a lot of questions and that's the reason why I'll be dividing this video into 3 different parts. This is only the first part that I'm going to be covering. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And also tap the bell icon to get regular notifications from my channel. Don't forget to watch it till the end because some of these questions can be your questions as well. And share it with your friends and family because a lot of these queries are very common questions which people ask me. And I'm going to be posting part 2 and 3 of this video very soon, so stay tuned to my channel. So I'm very excited for today's video. Let's get started. The first question: what is the best charity? What I feel is that one of the planets which is very important for the donation and charity is the planet Ketu. Moon has north node, which is Rahu, and south node, which is Ketu. So what you want to donate is going to be decided on where your Ketu is placed. So in your particular chart, wherever Ketu is placed and whichever sign and house it's in, that is the house that plays a significant role as to what donation or what charity should be done. For example, if Ketu is associated with your 7th house or the Libra sign, or it is conjunct with your 7th house lord of your chart, then you should donate charities to the marriage halls. It's a very selfless act. Wherever Ketu sits, you'll be very selfless about those things. You will do selfless things on those things. That's as a prediction, you can see these things. If it's associated with the 8th house or 8th lord or Scorpio, then you can make donations on the cremation ground. This is somewhere where you will not get anything in return, right? So you can give donations over there. It's very selfless act and it will be good for you. Definitely charity should be done without getting anything in return. That's the meaning of charity. So if you do it in order to get something in return, then that would kill the entire purpose of charity. So do not expect that. Another charity that I would recommend is donating kheer on Amavasya at temples. Kheer is rice pudding. If you can make kheer and donate it to the temples, it's very good. Otherwise, you can collect rice, milk and sugar and donate them separately at a temple. This remedy is also very good. Coming to the next question, which is some of the common colors, remedies based on ascendant. So colors are definitely associated with ascendants. We can correlate them. So if you're Aries or Taurus, then usage of red color. If you're Sagittarius or Pisces ascendant, then you can use yellow color. If you're Libra and Taurus, then you can use off-white colors. Cancerians can use white colors. Virgo and Gemini can use green colors. Yes, we can do that. But what I feel is that these colors would not change anything in destiny, and this will not give you up and down as to what you're looking for. These can definitely help you in giving what you want a certain push. Like for example, if you're trying to start your car and it's stuck, it's not able to start, and you need a push in the car in order for it to start. So the remedy is going to do that. It's not going to make it start, but it will be a additional support, and then the engine has to do its job. So this is what it is. But these remedies, this color therapy helps in this particular way I've seen. It is beneficial if you use these colors. Again, you have to be careful on what color you're activating because the certain planet will be activated through that, and wherever that planet is placed in your chart, it will be good or bad for you. The next question, that is how to attract soulmate. So one of the things that I have noticed here is you can perform a certain activation theory here. So whichever nakshatra your Venus is placed and whichever nakshatra your 7th lord is placed, you can take that nakshatra, you have to draw the animal which is associated with that nakshatra, and then on the paper, once it's drawn, you have to take rose stem. You can take just one rose stem and wrap that paper around it and put that in the north direction and just leave it over there. This is one thing that you can do. If you know your nakshatra, you can get astrological help on this. Because I'm not going to give you certain very random remedy that it's not one size would fit all. It's not like that. It's very specific to your horoscope as to who you want to attract and what activation theory would do in your particular case. So other than that, you can use a lot of perfumes on your day-to-day life, in your day-to-day life. That also is going to help you, and keep your surroundings very clean. So where you work, that is your office, where you stay, your home, you keep those places clean around you. That also will help you here. Coming to the next question, which is Vastu for business. So some of the questions which I got were just one word. I would appreciate if you can give me the full sentence so that I know what you exactly want to know. So what I understand from here is that you want to know some Vastu tips, and you have a business, you want to just grow your business, so you need Vastu help through that, is what I understand. So one of the tips I can give you is that in your office, use, I suppose if you have a business, you'll be having a shop or an office, so use rectangular tables at your workplace. These days people are very innovative. They use round tables or asymmetric tables. Different type of tables are available, but in your office just make sure to use only rectangular tables. Another thing what you can do is when you enter the office or your shop, the entrance has to be very clean. It should not have any stuff flying over there. Usually we see some benches or sofa just as soon as you enter the office, some sofa lying around. Make sure the sitting area is very different than your entrance and the reception. Do not have anything on the entrance. Lot of time we see some cupboards as soon as you enter the office or shop, lot of things kept. There are sort of cupboards with all the documents and all. So make sure not to do that, because you have to keep the entrance clutter free. Coming to the next question. Numerology. Okay, so that's again a one word thing. So I suppose what you want to know is the value of numerology and how it actually works. Here, numerology is the magic of numbers. Magic can be seen anywhere actually in numerology. Like you have mobile numbers, you have the house numbers, ATM card numbers, and it's also a part of your name actually. So when we analyze the name, there is a certain pattern that we create. There are certain digits that you have, certain numbers you have in your name, and certain which are missing. So when we do the remedies of those, then the name actually completes itself. So there are certain numbers to be added in your name. It's all analytical, but once we do it, it's going to give your name a new vibration, because your name carries a vibration with yourself. Wherever you carry yourself, it's a vibration. Someone who takes your name or put that in the email or calls out your name or write down, or you put your own signature. So it has a particular vibration. You want to make sure that this vibration is lucky for you. So this is how we make some adjustments in the name these days. A lot of Bollywood actors do it, Hollywood actors do it, and the name of movies and TV serials, all these things we see it being used here. So it does make a difference. I have seen in my experience that numerology does play a very important role in success of a person, because it kind of changes the energy that you carry with yourself, making it positive for you. So that ways. So yeah, that's all for today. I'm going to be covering the next questions in the coming 2 parts. Stay tuned, because maybe your question can be covered there, and maybe you may have the similar question. So stick around to my channel and tap the bell to get regular notifications from my channel. I'm going to be keeping on doing these kind of activities, so stay tuned to my Instagram page also, which you can see here. So thank you so much for watching.